Hey everyone, this is KC from This Epic Life. Today I thought it'd be cool to tackle a subject that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I call it life capture, and life capture can include sharing everything from pictures to words to video, all sorts of things via your social networks, but there's kind of some clever and exciting ways to do this, and I want to take you through a couple of those today. We're going to start with word capture, and we're going to cover three quick areas: production, some post-production, and dissemination, which is actually just the sharing across your different networks. So I'll give you some tips on each of these to make it simple. The beauty of this is you could do all of this now on your phone, which makes it true life capture. You don't need to spend a ton of time in post-production or kind of glossing everything up. You could very quickly and easily produce some pretty high quality stuff. Similar to this video, this is all high def video, all from the iPhone, and just using Sharpies and paper. So let's take a look at this post-it note I created. Just a really quick little jot I had, little idea. This is actually a line from one of my songs, and I thought it'd be cool to share with a little bit of my site branding on it. So I print out these little note cards that have just run them through my desktop inkjet printer with my website name on them, and I have these always ready to go, so I carry a stack of these in my bag. That way when I feel inspired, I could just jot down something pretty quick here and photograph it and get it out to Instagram. So stay tuned for part 2, which is a little bit of post-production. Just really quick, I'm going to snap this picture. So I have that captured in the iPhone here, and then I'll show you some ideas of what we're going to do with this. So I'm going to open up my apps folder for my pictures here. I just call it Pics, and I have two main apps that we're going to use for this post-production stuff. Well, firstly, Photoshop Express is a free app that I'm just going to use for a little bit of post-production. Then Instagram is another free app we're going to use to disseminate our sweet information. So let's open up Photoshop Express. Like I said, it's totally free. I had already opened up this picture in here, so it opened up to the picture. But we basically go in and find the picture, and we're just going to do a couple really quick adjustments. The main one I like to look at first is contrast. So contrast, if you need to adjust it to make up for any weird lighting or shadows, contrast is a good one to use. It's under adjustment in the menu bar up here. So I'm going to adjust this contrast up a tiny bit. And then the other main one we use, we just hit OK to accept that. And then we're going to look at also cropping. So cropping is pretty self-explanatory. We just want to create ourselves like a nice little tight border, so when we do this in Instagram, it'll create a nice even square. Alright, so that's the whole photo now. So once this is done, I'm going to hit this little bottom right icon, and it's going to save it to my camera roll, and then we'll be able to upload it to Instagram. Okay, now I think it's about time that we jump into the dissemination of our sweet, sweet propaganda here. So let's choose Instagram. Instagram is really the best photo app for simultaneously sharing cool photos in a lot of different places at once. So right now I'm on the home screen of my photos, but if I choose a little camera icon, select this bottom left icon, it'll allow me to pick a picture from my camera roll. I go in here, I find my little post-production, kind of almost ready to go little graphic we created, and I'm just basically sizing it up to fit in the frame for the Instagram. I'm trying to keep the words not totally on the edge here, because you'll see why in a second. But I hit choose, it chooses that photo and crops it. Here's my recommendation. Make sure your border function is on. It'll be kind of like a little bit more bold so you'll know it's on. And go over to here and choose the lo-fi filter. You'll get this nice sweet little border around it. So once I hit OK, it'll take me into setting captions. And what I do here is I basically double up. I say type exactly what it says, because when we send this to Twitter, we're going to want it to read exactly what it says on the picture. You only get to choose. And there's a couple schools of thought here. I like to include my URL as well. Alright, so we have the saying, we got our website name, and now we do the fun thing. We get to decide where we're going to send it. So a couple quick things here. We could easily send it to Twitter. We could easily send it to, obviously you want to make sure your words aren't over 140 characters or it will get cut off when it goes to Twitter. We could select Facebook as well. And then I'm also going to go in and choose my Flickr email address, and I'm going to add my own personal email, and I'll show you why in a second. Oops, and of course I put it in the wrong field. It's okay though, I'm a total pro. Okay, so once that's all done, we're going to go back to my photo and we're going to hit share. So it's finishing up, it's posting it, and it's all in those places simultaneously at once. Okay, so it's a few seconds later now, and I just want to show you how it shows up in your Facebook timeline on the computer. So here's Facebook first. You'll see our little caption here. You only get to choose what you'll hold on to, with the link for my URL as well as the Instagram link. What's cool about the Instagram link is Facebook doesn't currently let you pin things to Pinterest directly from Facebook. So if users are hardcore about wanting to pin your stuff, they would have to click through this Instagram image and pin it there. They could also click through to my my site, and there's ways to do it there. There's just no way that I currently know of to pin it directly from Facebook. If we go up here, you'll see latest photos. It shows up here as well, and then also in your photo feeds, in your Instagrams, you'll kind of collect these things. So like Instagram photos tend to be a little bit more full of these post-its. I've been sending a lot of stuff to Instagram lately, but you'll see a lot more of these in here for me. If we go over to Twitter, you'll see how it shows up here in Twitter. So same deal, caption, link to the site, as well as the Instagram link. And then over here on my site, this might be a subject for another video, but down here I have a very simple widget, which is an Instagram feed of like my latest 12 or so photos, but it usually takes about an hour delay for it to show up here, and you'll see it like kind of front and center, and then when you click on these, they come full size, and whatever we put in the Twitter caption will show up here underneath. But this is a pretty cool widget to use for Instagram to display your life in photos. Well, I really hope you found this useful, and if you have any additional questions on word capture or suggestions for future tutorial videos, just hit me up at kc@thisepiclife.com.